guys, welcome to LGP My. My name is Lindsay, and today I'm doing a video response to Logan's Crafty Mama. She is on YouTube and did a video recently about her top 15 craft items of 2010. And she asked other people to make video responses to her video, so that's what we're doing today. It was very hard to pick just 15 items, so I do have a couple of honorable mentions that we're going to talk about at the end of the video. But to start off, let's talk about my number one scrapbooking crafting item of 2010. And I'm sure this was on a lot of people's videos like in years past if they did one, but I'm kind of late on the ball game as far as this goes. But I bought two Cricut machines in 2010. I first started out with the Create, and then about a month and a half later, I graduated to the Expression, and I wish I would have just gone with the Expression to begin with. But I love my Cricut. I would never, ever craft without it again. And I didn't want to lug out my whole big machine out onto my brand new table here. Oh, and let me just show you. Yeah, I know my manicure is disgusting, so let's just get that out on the table. I grabbed a cartridge. This is one of the new ones that was released in 2010. I haven't had a chance to use this one yet. It's called Simply Charmed, and it's kind of like an updated version of Stretch Your Imagination. Really, if you look at the back, all the different images that you can cut. If you're not looking to buy a whole lot of Cricut cartridges, you're just looking for a couple of really good ones, definitely recommend this one. This one will take you throughout the entire year. You know, you start with babies being born, Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, Easter, summertime, birthdays, back to school, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, everything is on here. So really good Cricut cartridge. I haven't used this one yet, but I'm looking forward to crafting with it very soon. So, and along with my Cricut, I got a Gypsy. I got this before Halloween. Yeah, because it was before we moved. So I got this so that I could take advantage of the free downloads that they were offering. And I hold mine upside down because I'm left-handed, so you can get the screen view switched so that it looks like it's upside down, but when you turn it on, it isn't. I'm still learning how to use my Gypsy, but I really like it so far. You can do a lot with it and just design so many different things. And the feature I like the most is when you can hide like certain parts of different cuts. And if I didn't have my Gypsy, my wedding invitations that I made wouldn't have turned out as cute. So I'm super happy that I have that. All right, and now for the adhesive portion of my top 15. My number one adhesive for 2010, and probably for the rest of my crafting career, will be my Scotch ATG gun. I bought it at Michael's, used a 40% off coupon back in August, and I don't think I could craft without it. I love this thing. It's a bit on the expensive side, but like I said, I used a 40% off coupon. If you can use it with a 50% off coupon, it's an even better deal. Love this thing. There is a little bit of a learning curve with it, and especially if you're left-handed like me, because of the way that the adhesive is placed, since it's on this side instead of like on that side or in the middle. So it is a little bit difficult to use, but I've gotten the hang of it. I've heard some other left-handed crafters having some difficulty with it. But if you just play around with it and be patient and practice with it, you'll be just fine. The next adhesive is my Xyron X machine. I've done a couple of videos using this. I used one for flocking. I did one for glittering. It's just awesome. The past couple of days I've been scrapbooking a lot, and I actually whipped out my really old Sizzix Sidekick machine with my letters, and it's perfect. You can just stick your teeny tiny little letters and stick them in here, and they become a sticker so that you can easily adhere them down to your pages. So totally recommend this machine. It's really inexpensive. Love it. The next adhesive I have, I don't even know what number I'm on. Was this 5? Yeah, I think this is 5. Foam tape. I prefer foam tape over foam pop dots because you can make it any length you want. You know, could unroll this whole thing if you needed to. And you can make it as skinny as you want. It's really easy to cut. I find that the way that the foam squares are kind of shaped, they're a little bit more difficult. This maybe isn't quite as thick as some of the foam dots, but you can totally double it up, and it's super easy to use that way too. Love this foam stuff. And the last adhesive I have, gosh, I really like Scotch, I feel, because my next one is also Scotch Quick Dry adhesive. Love this stuff. It is the best scrapbooking liquid glue I think that they have on the market. So great. One thing I don't like about it though is that the top here gets really clogged really fast. But so you always have to keep like a pin around for it to work really well for you. But if you have that, you're totally good to go. It does dry fast, so you do need to be pretty precise when you're placing your stuff down. But other than that, it doesn't ever glob up. It doesn't crinkle your paper. So if you're looking for something that's going to be really smooth, then this works really well when you're like covering chipboard and stuff with paper. So love that stuff. And since I have so much different adhesive, you need an adhesive remover eraser. I bought this at Meijer. I don't know where else you can find them. I've only ever seen them there. So if you don't have a Meijer, check somewhere online. I really don't know what to tell you. But that's, like I said, the only place I've ever found it. It was by EK Success. It was only $2. And it works really well. It kind of looks like a normal eraser, but it feels a little bit different. So I don't know how well like a regular eraser would work for you. But like I've used this so many times and really have hardly even made a dent in it. So it's going to last you a long time. Totally recommend that. The almighty Stickles. Love Stickles. Of course, everybody does. These are from some of the really Mondo packs that I bought like a couple weeks ago. I put them in a video. Sorry, the sun is shining through, but it was too dark in here when my blinds were completely closed. So yeah, I have tons of Stickles. I bought 5 or 6 of these mega packs when I got them for real cheap at Michael's. Totally recommend Stickles. They do kind of take a long time to dry, which is kind of a drag, but they look really nice. Martha Stewart edge punches, or really any edge punch, totally made my top 15. I love these. I have a huge drawer of just edge punches. They're so fun to use. The Martha Stewart punch around the page are really nice, though I wish you could do them in different size increments. And then I think I would like those a little bit more, but I really like them. They're fun to use. My stamp scrub pad from Ranger and the clear stamp cleaner I kind of put together as one. Yeah, like I said, this is like the stamp scrubby pad from Ranger, and if you just dab this stuff on your clear stamps and then rub them on here, it works really well to get all the ink off. So I really recommend this. I bought this on Joann.com for like $4 or $5, I think. Really, really inexpensive, and it works really well, and then you can just pick this up anywhere. And then I also used this with the Stays on Ink cleaner, and that worked well too. Excuse me. And then my next item, I probably should have shown before I showed the stamp cleaner, is the inks. These I bought all together at Meijer. Again, I don't know where else you can find them besides there. But these are the Powder Puff chalking inks. They're by Quick Quote Scrapbooking Company. I've never heard of them. This is the only thing I've ever seen of theirs. But you can go to shopquickquotes.com. I love these inks. These all came in a pack of 6 together. Came with a lot of like just more neutrally kind of colors. Then it came with like the spun blue too. I love this. You can use it to like go around your pages, to ink around the edges of your pages, and then you can also stamp with it. So I think it turns out really nicely every time. So I highly recommend this Powder Puff ink, if you can find it. And then I have my embroidery floss. I love the look of stitching on fabric, or stitching on paper. But I don't like the faux stitching when you do it with like the gel pen, so I like to do the real deal. And I don't really technically have my own sewing machine, but there was one when I lived with my dad. My grandma had hers there, so I would use that from time to time. But it's kind of a hassle, I think, to pull out a huge sewing machine to like do it for like 5 seconds. So I think this is a fun method, and I like to sew. I'm not that great at it. I kind of get the feeling that I'm like really good at sewing when I use my little embroidery floss. So maybe I'll make a video on how I do it, because there's a couple of different things that you can do with it. That's really fun. Got 3 more items to show you. And I didn't want to bring my big Cuttlebug out here, so I just brought my favorite Cuttlebug embossing folder. This is the polka dots one, and this is the 5x7 size, so it's a little bit larger than the traditional folders, which I like a lot, because you can put a bigger piece of paper in here. You can make a whole mat for a 4x6 photo for a scrapbook page, which is really nice. And I was going to do Swiss dots because I really, really like that one a lot. But when I got this one, I just fell in love with it. The polka dots are a little bit larger. And like I said, the actual folder is bigger too, which is nice. All right, number 14 are the Prescored note cards. I buy these in bulk. This is what I use to make cards usually. Sometimes I'll do other cardstocks, but traditionally I'll just use these and put a colored mat on the front. So you can see it's just a piece of cardstock. It's got the fold mark, so it's really easy. You don't even have to think about it. You don't have to cut anything extra. You're good to go with these. So I use these almost all the time. And then my last item before I show my honorable mentions is the Die Cuts with a View Guy Stack. I love all Die Cuts with a View paper. I love the weight of it and love how it feels. The Guy Stack is my absolute favorite, and I'll show you why if I can find the paper. Yeah. It's Beards. My absolute favorite. It's so funny. And then this green up here, that's like my absolute favorite color. So all in all, I love this paper stack and Die Cuts with a View in general. So that was my top 15 of the year, and now I do have a couple of honorable mentions to get through real quick. Centering ruler. I don't have much time left, so I'm going through really quick. I have tons and tons and tons of buttons. Shape punches. I have a bunch of those. The Martha Stewart circle cutter. I'm actually going to do another video on those soon. And then my entire collection of ribbon, because I always use ribbon. So thank you so much for watching, and I would love it if you would subscribe to me on YouTube and check me out over at lageorgiapaperie.com. Talk to you guys later. Bye.